When you think about your self-awareness journey, can you think of some particular areas of growth you've grown in, and what has supported you to make those advancements?
When I think about self awareness for me, where I've grown, and I didn't realize that this was about me, victimization. I was the victim.
Mm,
And that was some self work that I had done. And then it's like when you and I work together, talking about the lack of boundaries. So it all kind of ties together, right?
yeah,
So when you don't have the boundaries, but then you the victim because they're not doing it the way everybody's doing something to you.
yeah,
Or you just, and for me, I'm the type of person I'll internalize it. I may not speak about it, but I'll internalize it. And that when you hold that stuff in, it just makes you just grow bigger and bigger until you burst, right?
hmm,
So it comes back to accountability as well. So I've really been working on my boundaries because it just stressed me.
yeah,
But not having those boundaries in place, even when you think that you do, because then you find yourself kind of chasing your tail because you're trying to correct it, you're trying to redo it, you're trying to stop it, but it seemed like you constantly going in a circle. So for me, that's what I found, and that's what I'm working on.
Here, I would say that I've also kind of found my voice within the company because if there's things that there are topics or certain topics or certain decision making things that go on and prior to this I normally would not say much, maybe in the back end chime in, but now I'm starting to speak up and say, hey, I don't think that's a good idea, maybe this, or be able to kind of articulate a lot more about my feelings and some of the things I want to say because I'm more aware of, okay, this is it, let it out,
yeah.
it doesn't help being internal, you have to let it out and then go and however people respond to that, then that's up to them, but don't be afraid to kind of just show out sometimes.
So honestly speaking, when we came to when I started this journey with Black Woman Leading, we started talking about the triggers. And of course, my family is very supportive. My husband and my children are definitely ones that offer sometimes unwarranted but thoughtful, constructive, and real feedback that I can use. But then when we started really talking about the triggers, I started becoming more self-aware of the why behind. Maybe it was stress at work, or maybe I don't feel valued, or whatever the case is with that. And so coming into the understanding, even when dealing with personal and work obligations, you find those triggers. And so whether that's stepping away, whether that's taking some time to do some breathing exercises, whether that's hitting backspace on an email that you're about to send, um, that was really big for me because, for me, I was just hey, this is the emotion that you're going to get at this time. I'll come back and apologize maybe later and we'll just move forward. But when you really understand, you know what, I'm stressed. Let me let my husband, or let me let people know around me that I need some time. I need to, be in tune with myself to know when to say no. And
It's one thing to think that you have the right direction for whatever the situation is, and then it blows up in your face because these emotions ain't under control, this strategy ain't all that tight, and that sort of thing. And so coming into to this program, that was the thing that really like capped it off for me. Not just prayer, not just therapy, but then strategy. How do you execute a sound strategy? Say what you need to say, but in a way that the emotions are not leading, but the emotions have done exactly what they were sent to do, inform, why am I feeling like this? But
Yes.
and so I learned to really trust my intuition through this program.